What's going on everyone, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. And in today's video we're going to be discussing Battlefront 2 and the current state of the heroes. I have done videos like this in the past where I address the problem with the heroes in the game, but a lot has changed recently, whether it be buffs, nerfs, star card changes, and amongst some other things as well. Now this video was actually supposed to be a video just dedicated to Darth Vader and Boba Fett, but the problem runs a lot further than just those two. I have played a ton of Battlefront 2 in the past few days, like way more than I usually do, and I have noticed a lot of stuff that needs the attention of DICE, as it's starting to really sour the gameplay of Battlefront 2. And DICE claim that they see a lot of Battlefront 2 videos like this one on YouTube, so the aim today is to raise some awareness so we can get these fixed. This isn't a rant or a negative video, it is a constructive one to help improve the game. So guys, before we dive into this, be sure to let me know in the comments below what you think of the latest changes to the hero gameplay and the overall state of the hero gameplay. And if you are new around here, then be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Battlefront 2 content, and remember to click that notification bell so you don't miss an upload or a stream. But now let's dive into this, and starting it off, we're going to be discussing the Darth Vader situation, as it's one of the biggest issues I am finding with the gameplay right now. Now, we all know about the latest Vader nerf. You take damage whilst choking, as they completely removed the damage reduction. It was a pretty stupid thing to do, and DICE probably should have waited until they were going to make all the changes. Now, for those of you who don't know, the changes that they look to be making with Darth Vader's force choke is so he can force choke someone and still be able to block and attack with his lightsaber, just like in the Rogue One hallway scene. Now, this is a pretty good decision, but I really think that they should have waited until these changes were perfected before just randomly removing his damage reduction. Now, Vader's damage reduction isn't overly bad for heroes versus villains. Like, granted, you still can lose half your health, if not all your health, when you're using the choke, but you really feel the problem with having no damage reduction in Galactic Assault when using Vader. It makes the force choke very, very situational, and it kind of defeats the purpose of having Darth Vader in the first place. The whole point is to just, Vader out and slash down heaps of enemies, but you can't really do that anymore. You get rinsed most of the time. And it does take a lot of the fun away from being Vader. Like, he's still good, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying Vader's useless or anything, but they should have waited before making this change. But one thing above all others that is annoying me the most with Darth Vader is the fact that his force chokes are just not registering. Now, I know I'm not the only one that's been noticing this. A lot of people have noticed this in my streams, in the comments of my videos. Like, legitimately, his force choke only works half the time you actually use it, and that's actually being pretty generous. All it takes is a very slight terrain difference or interference, rolling, or just not working for just no reason, literally at all. Like a Chewbacca or someone could be standing right in front of you, not rolling, and for some reason the choke just, will not register. Like, it just won't. And I've got to say, I have noticed this a lot in the past day, because like I said, I've been playing the hell out of Vader, and I've really noticed that his force choke is just not working just way too often, and DICE need to have a look at this. But now moving on to Boba Fett. Now, I did want a nerf personally for his rocket barrage, and I got a lot of hate for that, and then DICE actually did go and actually nerf it, and I've got to say, I'm doing a bit of a backflip here, because they went way overboard with nerfing his rocket barrage. They basically killed the star card that was pretty much linked to his rocket barrage. It is total trash now. His ability just is not satisfying, like, at all. You need to hit literally every single rocket in the barrage for the ability to just be okay. Now, if they're going to continue with this, I think that Boba needs a bit of a health buff. Like, honestly, too many times you find yourself on 170 health with Boba Fett because it's so low. I really do want to see some changes for Boba in the future, because, I was really starting to like Boba Fett before the nerf came. Now, I'm going to put this out here from my experience. I've found that Boba Fett is absolutely useless in Heroes vs. Villains now. He's okay in Galactic Assault. Like, the nerf didn't hurt him too much in Galactic Assault, but for Heroes vs. Villains, he is totally just useless. So he's basically the complete opposite to Vader. With the Vader nerf, you definitely notice it in Galactic Assault, but not so much in Heroes vs. Villains, although you still do. And with Boba Fett, you don't really notice it too much in Galactic Assault, but Heroes vs. Villains, you definitely notice it. So between the two of them, I think both of them need a little bit of work from DICE. Now, the next issue that I wanted to talk about in this video is the Luke Skywalker issue. Now, this isn't something that I necessarily noticed, but I have seen countless people bring it up, so I just had to include it in this video. A lot of people are calling Luke the new Anakin, and I don't think he's that bad personally. I don't think he's that powerful, but Luke is definitely a little bit OP. I think DICE might want to consider a very, very slight nerf to Luke. I don't personally really want it, but I know a lot of people do, so I'm going to try and, I've got the back of the people that actually do want to see Luke just bring down a little bit. So like I said, I thought I'd include it in this video. Now, I know we talked about Vader's Force Choke not working, but it isn't just him. Abilities in general seem to be working less now than they have in quite a while, especially for lightsaber heroes. Whether it's Force Pushes not working, Anakin or Kylo's pull not working, Luke's Repulse just not registering, Vader's Choke not registering, or Dooku's Lightning not registering, there is a lot of hero abilities that are affected by this. This should not be a thing because this game is nearly 2 years old and it should not be like flipping a coin as to whether or not an ability is going to work. The hero designer for Battlefront 2 needs to be looking more into ability registration because it is not up to par right now and it is seriously annoying a lot of players and completely ruins the gameplay at times. So many cool moments with heroes just get ruined by things like abilities not working, and it's a real damper on the experience. Hitboxes are also still an issue. They are not as bad as they used to be, but they are still hindering the gameplay, and that does need attention from DICE. There isn't too many things more annoying than being nowhere near an enemy than dying because your hitbox was left 5 meters in the other direction. Also, the small annoying glitches floating around in the game still, like falling through the map, abilities glitching out so you can't use them, the camera glitching around when you're choked by Vader, or a really weird glitch that I encountered on stream where I couldn't sprint, walk, or jump properly. Also, another problem that I'm finding with this game in terms of just random bugs all over the place is that server lag is still affecting the hero gameplay in a very big way. More specifically, the gameplay overall actually, but the hero gameplay I've definitely noticed takes a massive, massive hit when the server lag decides that, it wants to kick in and just, despite having really good ping, really good internet connection, the hero gameplay suffers because of the server lag. Also, blaster hero hit detection is just seemingly just ridiculous. It's almost like at times lightsaber swings just go straight through them. And I've also noticed personally, I've been getting kicked from a lot of heroes versus villains lobbies. And like I said, that's something that I've personally experienced. I don't know if that's a widespread issue, so that might just be me. And like I said just before with the lightsaber hits not registering, of course, bar the blaster heroes, lightsaber swings, they seem to not be registering once again, and it seems to be mostly with reinforcements and infantry. Hit detection works probably a little bit too well on heroes, specifically lightsaber heroes, and less so on the blaster heroes. I have seen a few people say that Grievous's lightsaber swings on the Clone Commando specifically, basically barely ever work. Now, I haven't experienced this myself, but I am of course going to bring it up here as it does seem to be an issue that a lot of people have had. Now, another one of the biggest issues that seems to be an issue, yet again, is lightsaber blocks not working. How often do we all get killed whilst we are blocking with lightsaber heroes? It's honestly become commonplace. Like, honestly, if someone clipped me on stream saying the words "I was blocking" when I have died as a lightsaber hero, there would be enough clips and content to last you guys a full year. It happens almost every single game where you get killed by a lightsaber hero or even a blaster hero whilst you're blocking, and with nearly 2 years into this game's release and stuff like that, like everything else, just should not be happening. So once again, I ask DICE to have another look at the lightsaber blocking because it is again not working as it should be. All of these things need to be looked at. I get that bugs and glitches are a part of games, like I understand that, but it seems like we're getting nowhere with the fixes. That's why I make videos like this. To bring awareness so they can be fixed or at least noticed by DICE, because at times it seems like they don't playtest their game with the amount of problems that just seem to slip through. So hopefully this video gets out there and is seen by the right people. So guys, what are your thoughts on all of this? Have you got any problems with the heroes that I might have perhaps missed in this video? I'm sure there will be a fair few of them, so let me know in the comments below. But yeah, overall guys, the hero gameplay right now is very frustrating, and there seems to be more problems going on right now than there ever has been, at least excluding the terrible August update which literally broke everything. But guys, that is just about going to wrap this video up, so be sure to drop a like if you did enjoy and consider subscribing to the channel for more Star Wars Battlefront 2 content. But that is going to do it for me today, so thank you all for watching and I'll talk to you all again real soon.